What's going on, fellow Autobots and Decepticons? Welcome back to Raw Nation, and welcome back to another episode of TF5 Watch. And today we're here to do a breakdown / analysis video for the extended TV spot. Now, of course, I'll be doing my breakdown / analysis for the movie clip, but I mainly want to talk about the TV spot because there was a lot of things that was shown off during that TV spot, during the Kids' Choice Awards, of course. And let's just get down with the breakdown. So let's just cut this intro. Let's get to the breakdown. Let's do it. Now, just a quick note before we do the breakdown / analysis. This is the HD official version that is now available online. Last night I watched the very low quality recorded version. That is because I was waiting all last night and they didn't post it. But now, this morning, they posted the HD version, and now we get to use this version for our breakdown video. So let's get down to it. So the first shot is what we've seen in the trailer of, the football stadium or the baseball stadium. And then we get this new shot with the kids. And let me tell you, I do like these kids so far. They don't seem like they're interfering a lot with the story, and I feel like they're going to add some dynamics to the story. Kids discovering Transformers, original formula like we did back in the early 2000s. Like, for example, in Transformers Armada, when 3 kids discovered Minicons, and then when a kid discovered Optimus Prime, and Transformers Robots in Disguise, and of course recently with Transformers Prime. So I feel like that's where they're going with these kids, and I don't know. I mean, they're interesting kids. I just don't know where they're going to be in the story, if they're going to be there for the whole thing, or if they're just going to be here for the beginning. But for me, honestly, I think they're just going to be here for the beginning of the movie, and I think that they're going to be like casually left out, and then we're going to focus on Isabella Motor's character. But there's that. Next shot is we have our first official look at Mini-Dinobots. And we had a Mini-Dinobots Super Bowl TV spot that came out right with the Super Bowl, with the official Super Bowl TV spot. And I didn't do a reaction to it just because it wasn't much of a Super Bowl TV spot. It was just something that was shown online. And now we have the official look of the Mini-Dinobots in the movie, and I called them Baby Dinobots by accident in my reaction. I do apologize, but they are called Mini-Dinobots, and they look very CGI, very CGI. I don't know what their purpose is or how they've came upon Earth. I have no idea why they're here or why they exist. Hopefully they explain them in the movie, but apparently Isabella Moner befriends these little Mini-Dinobots. We see a version of Slug, we see a version of Grimlock in the right, and a pterodactyl-looking one in the back. So, very interesting. And according to this environment, they're still in the Junkyard area, which I'll discuss at the end of this TV spot. But there are the Mini-Dinobots, so very interesting. So then our next shot is a little bit more of the Junkyard. And we'll talk more about the Junkyard at the very end, but there's the Junkyard for you. And then we get this. This is part of the movie clip, so I won't discuss that. We'll discuss that in the breakdown video of the clip. But the thing that we did see in the TV spot is that apparently this Autobot character gets shot down. He gets shot, and I don't know if this means that this character is going to die, but according to the internet, his name is Canopy. And this is a brand new character. I've never heard of an Autobot named Canopy before. So this is a brand new character, but it looks like he gets killed off, maybe. Who knows? But we will see. If they do kill him off, that will be very unfortunate, because I hope that we get a little bit of screen time for Canopy so we get to know him as a character before he dies. But if it's just a random Autobot that dies, then that's a little unfortunate. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I believe we're gonna get more screen time for Canopy in the movie, but then we get a shot of Squeeks. This is our first look at Squeeks in the movie. We've seen Squeeks before in photos, but we have not seen him in the actual film. This is our first time seeing Squeeks, and very interesting. We got to see Mark Wahlberg as well, and here is Bumblebee. First off, the thing I first noticed about Bumblebee is that his look is a little more humanoid. I like the new look of Bumblebee. I mean, it still retains the classic movie look that he's had in 2007 and 2009 and 2011, but I do like that they blended both molds. They blended the 2014 Bumblebee and the old classic Bumblebee that we've seen before in the other movies. So I'm just digging this new look for Bumblebee. And also, this is our first time looking at Crosshairs. Crosshairs is in the background, and I don't know how big of a role Crosshairs has in the movie, but there he is right there. So very, very interesting. And Bumblebee's like doing like a little, like, hitting his heart type of thing to Isabella Moner. So very, very interesting. We see Isabella Moner throw some bottles at those turrets, those little security turrets that are going around. And apparently Squeeks is apparently involved in this scene, because if you pause right here, I just missed it. If you pause right here, you see Squeeks right there. So he's apparently part of this scene. And I have a feeling we all pretty much know that Squeeks is pretty much the movie version of Fix-It, pretty much. So I feel like that's gonna be his purpose in the movie. He's gonna be like the Fix-It type of character, or he's going to be the Star Wars R2-D2 type of character, like the cute little character for the kids. I feel like that's what it's gonna be. But very, very interesting. The next shot is more of Isabella Moner, and then this shot. This is my favorite shot of the Super Bowl. I mean, not the Super Bowl. The extended TV spot from Kids' Choice Awards. It is Megatron holding Squeaks by the head, and the first thing that I noticed is that this is the first time that we're seeing him without his mouth plate. We're seeing him with his mouth open, and also the other thing that I noticed is that you see him with his staff or his sword right behind him, which I think is pretty cool. The other thing that I noticed is that they're in that city area in the first teaser trailer where all the explosions go off. We see him right there, and we see Isabella Moner shouting at Megatron, telling him to put him down. And then we get to this shot. It's very, very brief, but we get a little bit closer look at the Decepticons. Obviously, in front, it's Megatron, and on the right, I believe that this is Onslaught. I believe this is our first look at Onslaught, and from what I'm seeing here, he kind of looks like Long Haul, with the structure mainly on the face. It kind of looks like Long Haul, in a way. He has, like, his classic turrets on the back, which is what the G1 Onslaught had. He had like two double turrets on the back of his shoulders. He maintains it here in the movie version, just a little bit smaller. And we also have two Decepticons right here, or three more. We have one on the left and two up on the buildings. So I don't know who those characters are. There's no official confirmation of who those characters are, but on the right I know that's Onslaught, and in front is Megatron. And I love this new look of Megatron. I've said it millions of times, but I'm loving the new look of Megatron. It just looks very Transformers Prime-esque, and I really, really like the Transformers Prime version of Megatron, and I'm really liking this version right here. So hopefully we get more photos and footage of the other Decepticons so we can get a closer look at them. But as of right now, we have a closer look of them right here. But the only ones that I can make out is Megatron and Onslaught. The other three are a mystery. So there you have it. So there's that. And then the explosions go off. And I don't know if they're all taken out. I don't believe so. I think they just all fly around for a second and then they just all come right back up. But there's that shot. We see Hound for the very first time. And as you can see, he has that ambulance symbol right here. So I don't know why he's ambulance now. I guess he is the Ratchet character now. He's the person that's going to assist in the medical field as well as the arsenal, weapons field. But Isabella Moner's right on top of him. So pretty interesting. And there's also a little bit more shots of that. We got Squeaks. And we got this shot, which I thought was very, very interesting. Let's pause to this shot right here. This shot is Lockdown Ship. This is Lockdown Ship mainly because you see more of the Knights. Remember in the Knights terminal in Lockdown Ship where you see a bunch of statues of the Knights? Well, we see more of them. There's one on the left right here. There's also two in the very, very back. You see that little shine of light going down in the very, very back? Those two figures in the back, I guarantee you, are knight statues. So, I think this is our confirmation that we are in lockdown ship. I think this is lockdown ship, guys. I don't think it's that thing that's rising from the ocean that we saw in the Super Bowl TV spot. I believe that this is lockdown ship. So, seems like there's going to be a huge scene involving lockdown ship. So, there you have that. And, you know, of course, we got Bumblebee fighting Optimus scene. And then we get Grimlock in the Junkyard. Now, let me talk about the Junkyard for a second. I believe that the Junkyard is the new Autobots base. Why do I say that? Because if you look at this TV spot very, very carefully, you will notice that all the Autobots, Bumblebee, Crosshairs, Grimlock, Hound, the MINI-DINOBOTS, they're all at this Junkyard. So I believe that this is their new base of operations, and this wouldn't be the very first time that Transformers or Autobots have had a base in a Junkyard. The first time that they've ever had a base in a Junkyard was recently in the new animated series Transformers Robots in Disguise. The latest one in the 2015 version. They have a base in the Junkyard. And it looks like they're using that inspiration, that base type environment, for Transformers The Last Knight. So it looks like they're taking inspiration from Robots in Disguise as well. So very, very interesting. And of course, you know, it's a little bit of a joke here for this scene. You know, Grimlock's fighting a little, you know, car, and, you know, Mark Wahlberg's telling him to put it down, and then he just spits it out. But let me just show you, like, this Junkyard. Like, literally, this feels like Robots in Disguise. Like, look at this Junkyard area. It looks like, kind of like what Robots in Disguise was. Except Robots in Disguise, there's a lot of antique stuff going on, but there was a lot of Junkyard cars as well in the Robots in Disguise base in the 2015 cartoon. But I feel like that's where the inspiration came from, but maybe I'm totally wrong. But there you have it. That is pretty much it for the TV spot for Transformers The Last Knight. It was a pretty cool TV spot. Lots of cool things were shown off, and there you have it. You guys let me know your thoughts on the extended TV spot, if I missed anything. Do you guys think that's the Knight's Terminal in the TV spot? Do you think that's Lockdown Ship? And what are you guys' thoughts on the looks of the MINI-DINOBOTs, closer looks at Megatron, Hound, and do you think they took inspiration from Transformers Robots in Disguise with the Junkyard area that they are in? And that is it for my breakdown video for the extended TV spot. I will be having my breakdown video for the movie clip coming up next. And that is it for this breakdown. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We are Rollout Nation, and we always roll out. See you next time.